the knowledge is fragmented across three different communities, if I may say, academia, startup and the industry. Bringing this together, I think that is going to be one of the decision factor for who wins globally. Today, some of our companies in India offshore it to CDMOs outside India. There is demand within India for CDMOs. So I see that this is somebody is able to invest huge in this space. This is an area of opportunity.
Hello and welcome to Biologics Platform Conversations, where we bring the key voices who are building and shaping the future of India in biopharma and beyond. And today I have the privilege of hosting a leader who sits at the very intersection of science, strategy and scale, someone who is driving the real impact in how biologics are developed and delivered. Joining me is Mr. Manoj Panicker, Director of Bioprocessing for Cytiva South Asia, where he leads the bioprocess business with a sharp focus on innovation, partnerships, and enabling the transformative health solutions for researchers and pharmaceutical companies. It's an honor to have you here on our podcast, sir.
Thank you so much for having me here.
Before we begin with the whole conversation, I would like to ask you, how has your journey been so far in this industry?
I came from a defense industry, which was exactly the opposite of where I am today. I was a designer of rifles initially.
Okay.
And now I am in a life-saving industry. So it has been a completely 180-degree turn, I would say. But this industry is quite exciting because when I look into the various industries and the cycles they have been through, I have been through this industry before COVID, through COVID and after COVID. And in India, different stages of biologics I am witnessing. And now this is one of the best ever stage I am witnessing where there is huge growth, huge innovation happening. So quite exciting, lot of innovation. Like you rightly told, it's the intersection of engineering and chemistry and biology. Yes. So quite exciting and physics. Yeah.
That's great. And when we specifically talk about Cytiva has played a pivotal role in enabling the global manufacturing. So how do you view India's readiness towards today in biologics and CGT scale-up infrastructure?
We did a Biopharma Resilience Index. So this is a study along with Financial Times. Okay. We interviewed more than 300 CEOs around the globe and in different countries. And we ranked different countries by the maturity in this particular area around several pillars such as supply chain, R&D, talent, regulatory, government, policies, etc. So India's ranking has gone ahead in this particular, in this year's Biopharma Resilience Index. Okay. Quite glad to see that the preparedness of India has been one of the best ever. There are different areas to improve though, but it is one of the best ever. Especially you talked about the area of biologics and cell and gene therapy. In the biologics area, we are quite prepared. In the cell and gene therapy, it is in the early stages, I would say still. Technology adoption and scale up, scale out, etc. are yet to happen in India. In the biologics area, various companies, CDMOs are there's a lot of outlook towards CDMOs in India as well. And the innovation in biologics is an area where India still has a scope. We are still a biosimilar focused country, I would say. Most of our revenue and exports, if you see, around 3 billion that is happening by value of the exports, it's mostly biosimilars that are a critical part of that.
So from Cytiva's experience that you have, what kind of capabilities must Indian CDMOs or the biotech manufacturers that we have here need to build to meet the global regulatory and supply expectations?
Yeah, I'll take the second part first, which is the supply expectation, because that is one of the core theme that is there overall in the globe, but specifically in India. So digitization of supply chain, as I see, is one of the major requirement. Having a robust and reliable supply chain, I think that is very critical for CDMOs. When I'm telling robust and reliable, there needs to be, one needs to look for alternate vendors, backup, etc. But then reliable vendors. Yes. That is going to be the key. Coming to the first part of it, which was the supply and the which was the other one?
We talk about how to build the regulatory.
The regulatory regimen is improving, and Indian regulations are more aligning with the global regulations, etc. Recently, there has been announcements on phase 3 waivers, say for example in the US and Europe, etc. So these are really good regulatory regimen changes that are going to boost this ecosystem. So I really feel that there is a need for Indian CDMOs to scale up. We don't have, say, CDMOs in India like the scale of the Wuxi or the Samsung or the Celltrions, etc. Yet in India, it's a different kind of play over there, fragmented CDMOs. But then Indian CDMOs are in good demand because we have a lot of talent available in India, and these CDMOs can make use of that talent. The infrastructure could be, I mean, there is a potential that we could scale up this infrastructure of the CDMOs. Since we work with both CDMOs as well as the original manufacturers, I see a lot of requirement our companies in India are having. And today, I mean, to be honest, today some of our companies in India offshore it to CDMOs outside India. There is demand within India for CDMOs. So I see that this is something, so if somebody is able to invest huge in this space, this is an area of opportunity for India.
Definitely. And how is Cytiva helping Indian companies to modernize the bioprocessing?
So Cytiva plays end to end in the bioprocess area. And that's an advantage we are having, the skilled people we are having, the skilled talent we are having on this end-to-end space for monoclonal antibody manufacturing.
Yes.
I think that's one of our strengths.
And,
Out of all the revenue of monoclonal antibodies around the globe, more than 90% of those revenues were enabled by Cytiva around the globe.
Oh,
And so in India as well. So we are helping through automation, digitization, and advanced technologies, and which can help the customers towards enhancing their processes. One of our core theme is process intensification,
okay.
as well as continuous bioprocess manufacturing. And we have got the technologies like advanced PAT tools integrated with these systems. So we are enabling the industry by providing such kind of technologies along with the right talent who can help our customers adapt these technologies for furthering their growth.
Yes, that's a great thing actually. So what do you think, like what is your perspective about what are the most critical pain points you see in the Indian biomanufacturers that they are facing today?
One of the pain point I see is around the titers, the productivity, what they are having.
Okay.
So Indian companies, many of us at some point of time would need to compete with global biologics
Definitely.
companies as well. So then productivity become one of the most important point. Having the right cell lines, I think it starts from there, which can enable such kind of productivity, adopting such kind of new technologies, etc.
Yes.
So that is an area, the challenge for some of the companies. For many other companies, I think having a robust platform and adopting these latest technologies of process intensification and continuous manufacturing in the context of biosimilars, if I may say, that's an area. ADCs and cell and gene therapy, etc. Those new modalities are,
Yes.
there is a zoo of modalities that are emerging, and how many of our customers are getting into that and getting, say, cell therapies commercialized, etc. That is yet another area of opportunity for us.
Yes. And what about the digitalization, the transformation in the digital sector?
Yeah.
How can we utilize that?
I think digitization, one on the process digitization, one is on the discovery, drug discovery digitization. I'm really glad to see so many booths here in biologics who are working on the drug discovery
Yes.
digitization area. That's an emerging area. A lot of startups in India. I think the conferences like this can actually help them connect with all other companies here. Then we come to the digitization around the manufacturing suites. So Cytiva, say for example, has got concept of flex factory and lot of digital products that we offer in this particular space. And then comes the supply chain digitization. I think here companies need to look into how can they digitize their supply chains
Yes.
and the demand patterns. How can it be predicted more accurately? Forecasting becomes very important. Lot of scope on digitization for all the companies
Definitely.
in India. Yeah.
And do you see that India's future leadership coming more from the capability building, technology adoption, or the scientific innovation?
Yes, I think it is a very important topic. So while we talk that India has an abundance of talent, do we have abundance of talent with all of these capabilities and competencies?
Yes.
There is that is an area of opportunity for us. So what we are doing about that is like Cytiva has got fast track centers around the globe and one in Bangalore in India as well.
Okay.
So we are going to, in the next month, we will be inaugurating a 30,000 square feet lab equipped with all the latest technologies in Bangalore. And what this lab does is like this lab is used for training all the people in these advanced technologies. I think there is a need for a post-academic stint, a training, hands-on training in the biopharma ecosystem to enable them to be ready for innovation in the biologics area. And that can create a stream of future leaders who could potentially come up in this area, combined with the right commercial intensity and strategic thoughts as well, right?
And as earlier you mentioned about how important it is to collaborate with these peoples to increase any kind of innovation. We need to meet people, we need to collaborate them. So what is your perspective on how the platforms like Biologics 2026 can help to build the cross-function collaboration across academia, CDMOs, industries, and all the young innovators and also global suppliers?
Yeah, I think that is an area of opportunity, and Biologics is one of the right forums which can and which is already providing that kind of I would say a place where all of the stakeholders meet up.
Yes.
We have immense amount of innovation coming from the Indian academia. We have got a very good startup ecosystem. We have got a lot of industries who knows how to thread through this from a regulatory perspective, from a commercial perspective, from a global perspective. The knowledge is fragmented across three different communities, if I may say, academia, startup, and the industry. Bringing this together, I think that is going to be one of the decision factor for who wins globally. There is an opportunity for improving this collaboration further. I think forums like this would help people to connect. How do we continue this connection outside this forum? How do we, while this forum will give them a very good pavilion to start that connect, how do we continue this journey is going to be even more important.
Yes.
So we need to have the right forums which connects academic innovation to the startups and with the what the industry really needs and what the market really needs.
Yeah. And when we talk about India being on the global platform, like India's role globally in the biopharma supply chain specifically, what would it take to for the India to evolve from being a fill and finish location to a truly integrated biologics design to delivery destination?
Innovation in biologics is going to be the key. We need to move further beyond from being a biosimilar provider. In the cell and gene therapy, there are a lot of innovations happening, definitely. But even on the monoclonal antibodies, innovative monoclonal antibodies, how many of them are coming from India? We need to look into that. One good thing is that if you look into the clinical pipeline of the molecules around the globe, India is having the maximum clinical molecule pipeline. That's a good part of it. More than 100 molecules, monoclonal antibodies, biosimilars are in the pipeline. India is leading there. If you look into innovative biologics, it's a handful. And how many of them will be successful? So we need more innovative biologics to come. Okay. So this ties up with your earlier question, how can academia as well help in this innovation? But it also comes to the question of risk capital. To come out with a innovative biologics needs more risk capital. Who can provide these risk capital? This will definitely help India's growth. But then who can provide this risk capital? Is it venture capitalists? Is it government? Is it a combination of that? I know that BIRAC is doing a fund of funds. There are a lot of initiatives happening. So I think we are moving in the right direction. The biofoundries that are going to come up, there's a lot of work happening in the government on that as well. All of these will converge and that will create a robust ecosystem where innovative products will as well come out of India.
Yes. So I can say that collaboration is the key.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah. And before we end this conversation, I have quick questions for you, like two questions which are rapid fire questions. So I need your instinctive answer for those questions. The first one would be, in one phrase, what excites you most about India's biomanufacturing growth?
This is a growth with purpose.
Okay, that's great. In one word, what do you expect from Biologics conference?
Collaboration.
Wonderful. So the last one, complete this sentence. Biologics is the platform for blank.
Innovation.
Wonderful. That's it for our conversation.
Thank
it was
so
wonderful
much.
having this conversation with you, sir, because there's a lot of learning in your wordings that definitely anyone hearing this podcast would learn a lot from you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Being here.
Thanks for having me.